Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. I am your host for the commentary for the Gr86 League, brought to you by Tanso Racing Group and sponsored by the Vape Guru. I am Kevin Randall, the man from DSC Broadcasting, who's going to bring you this lovely little race that was run last night, and it was very entertaining, so after 10 minutes of qualifying, it is Mark Brown who took pole position. Alex Silvestre took second place. Martin took third place. I can't even say that third. Feach. I'm not even gonna say it. Don't even know how to say that name. Ryan Dudley will start in fourth. And Eric Ronenberg will start in fifth. Harry Fox in sixth. Dan Wareham in seventh. Aaron Hobson in eighth. John Silvestre in ninth. And Martin Hobson will start in 10th. And then we move down to Scott Crostrick in 11th. Lee Reynolds in 12th. Excuse me, Stuart Brealey in 13th, Richard Fluiter in 14th, Ayrton Atfield, I nearly said Adrian there, Ayrton Atfield, sorry bro, Martin Lee 16th, Dave Clark 17th, Darren Morrison in 18th place, John Johnston in 19th, and me, myself and I, Kevin Randall, will start in 20th position, as you do. You know, but we're no bother. Is what it is. Down the back of the grid, as you do. But let's see how they got on this evening. I'm really looking forward to watching this. Should be a really decent race. As we're waiting for the boys to form up, get the tyre wear and the fuel management sorted out. Get back and relax. Let me know if it sounds alright. I'm still waiting on feedback for some of the others. Hopefully the sound isn't too overwhelming. Oh, I want to turn that bit down, but I don't want it that loud. Oh, don't want it that loud at all. We're waiting on the man with the flag here at Oulton Park as well. This is gridding up for him now. Just been informed, the gridding up, there'll be a little man walking around about with his little flag and all that jazz. And they're away, lights out. Now when the green flag says go, there's already moves being made as well. Ryan Dudley's gaining a spot already, up to second place, heading into Old Corner, and looking pretty sweet as well. Adrian Atfield's gone off track already. Dun. We'll go back and have a look how he's getting on. We've seen there is Adrian Atfield all the way down in dropped 3 spots due to that off track. Couple of movers up already. This one is lasted 20 minutes, and then we have a feature race as well. It's going to be 25 minutes as we'll come round Lakeside up toward Island Bend into Shell Oil's corner. Infamous Shell Oil's corners. That's Martin Lee having a look around the outside of Shell Oil corner. One for the brave. Oh, there. Down Hilltop, heading towards Knickerbrook. These cars look absolutely fantastic. Liveries look amazing. Got a little bit set. I nearly missed them because I forgot to put iRacing on. iRacing trading paints on. But we did. We got there as well. Alex Silvestre in third. We've got another couple of cars. They're going 2x2 on the exit of Knickerbrook up towards Druids. Not for the faint-hearted is Druids going 2x2. It is a pretty fast sweeping corner. But Martin Lee is getting the slipstream as well. We'll see if he's going to hang it on around the outside as well. And it does indeed. Positions changing all the time. Mark Brown is just falling down the order like a trooper, and we have had a collision there. Let's go and see what happened there if we can. Looks like a rejoin. It's already gone off somewhere. Accident's already happened. Scott Kostrick was involved as well. Oh, it's just a coming together in the rear. Slow versus fast. Doesn't help. Into the barriers they go. And they will drop down the order accordingly. That's Scott Kostrick is down at 7. Martin Obson is down 10 spots after that incident there. Big mover as well. Richard Fluity, he's up 5 spots. Looking pretty tasty as well as Richard Fluity there. In the Fox sponsored machine. Mr. M&M, Martin Lee. Had that move around the outside. Got it done and dusted as well through Druids. Pretty tasty indeed. No more offs yet, as you do. Go on racing on pretty fluently. Ryan Dudley up 3 spots. Started 4th, now leading the way. He has got just under a second gap to Alex Silvestri, who is putting on the moves. Mr. Silvestri, still got to learn half of the names. I do know some of the drivers, but not all of, but we will get to know them over the new season. Season 5 in about 2 weeks, I do believe Season 5 is underway. I've already had all the info over. I've just got to finalise a few things, get a few things sorted out. Season 5 is coming, ladies and gentlemen. Get over to tansoracing.co.uk or Tanso Group on Discord and Facebook as well. Mr. John Johnston is the man to see. And there he is, up 5 spots in 14th place. Looks at sitting Knickerbrook on his way up towards City Hall. Being closely followed by Kevin Randall, who has got Mark Brown running up the side. Got a better drive out in Knickerbrook, heading towards Druids. Got the inside line for Druids as well. And there you go, sweeps it in. Seems to have a lot more speed carried through there than Mr. Johnson. Already heading down towards Lodge Corner. Not one for the faint-hearted is Lodge. It is so unpredictable, it's unbelievable. As John Johnston runs wide there, that's a freebie for Kevin Randall. John Johnston's off. Dave Clark went off track. Let's go and see what happened to Dave Clark. Oh, it was a rejoin by Johnston. Nowhere to go for Dave Clark. Nowhere to go at all. That's the only thing with that corner. It's blind over crest. So when you're coming in, if someone's an accident at the bottom, there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. As we see, Lee Reynolds has just done the undercut on Richard Flew today. Got a better drive out of the corner, better sweep into the corner, but it's a little bit sideways there, heading towards Oil Corner. In a Ryland sponsored machine, looking pretty tasty indeed. Let's just have a look on board of one of these cars. You get on the cockpit, Martin Lee. Past Britons, over at Hilltop. He's in the slipstream, heading down towards Knickerbrook. You want to brake out just a little bit earlier than the car in front. Travels on the brakes pretty well there through the chicane. Gotta say, that was pretty impressive. You can cut this corner, but not too much. You will receive a off track, which is not what you want. I believe you get 17 off tracks, and then you will be called in to the stewards, and then you go. So one may never know. Curbs on that side, on the right hand side, are not for the faint hearted. We'll just see Daniel Wareham heading off earlier on. We will go back and have a look at that. We'll get back on the TV cameras, heading around Lodge Corner into Deep Leap, back down towards Old Old Corner. Let's take a look at what happened today. Down Wareham, all a bit congested, high up on the curb, unsettled the car. Saved it from hitting the barriers there as David De Gea save. That was pretty impressive, to say the least. That was really impressive. Ryan Dudley still leading the way. He's got 1.5 to Alex Silvestri behind. And Ryan Dudley's pretty handy in these cars. These little Toyotas are really can be somewhat challenging to drive, but are fantastic fun. They really are fantastic fun. Harry Fox in third, up 3 positions as well. Who is the highest gainer out of everybody right now? And it is shared by 2 drivers. Daryl Morrison is up 5, as is Martin Lee's up 5. Kevin Randall's up 4. The biggest losers in these was Martin Oulton and Scott Kostrick after that accident earlier on. But still early days, yeah, still early days. Silvestri got a little bit of a gap on as well. Battle box has just popped up. There you can see all the fallers and the risers for yourself. Just get on board with Eric Ronenberg here. He is following the Wix machine in his Only Real Men Wear Pink. That's what I've always said. Real men wear pink. Gotta love a pink car. Gotta love a pink shirt as well. As we are on board with Eric Ronenberg. Now heading down towards Druid's Corner again. Laid on the brakes, letting the car glide its way through, keeping it in third gear, keeping it on the steady side. And a good run as well up towards Druids. But Lodge Corner even, we've just done Druids. I'll get better, I promise. Oh well. Not quite close enough to get the move done down towards Oulton Corner. And then Denlands. We shall see. This is a wide corner. One runs wide. He got an excellent drive out of there as well. Straight onto the rear wing of that Wick sponsored machine. Is he going to have a look down the inside? Had a little look. He's shown, but not quite going to force the move just yet. Heading towards the lakeside. Now this one, it's just a lift. You won't really need to brake, but in the slip you might need to just give it a little bit of a dab. But it is just a lift and coast. And he did that really well. In towards Shell Oil's Corner. Balance on that car was pretty decent, to be fair. That was really good. Nowhere to go. Not yet. So yeah, to get on over Hilltop down towards Knickerborough. Good fight appearing here for that's the rest on the podium. Lee Reynolds. Dan Wareham after his little mistake earlier on. Oh, the tyre smoke, and it is Eric Ronenberg. Eric Ronenberg had a mistake with the Wix machine. I bet that was late braking. That can only be a bit of the old late brake. But I actually missed that. We was on there for a second. We've only dropped 3 spots. Still quite a ways to go. We're only 8.4 minutes into this race. We're still Ryan Dudley leading the way. He has not even got a gap right now. Alex Silvestri has charged him down. And that gap, 5,000ths of a second. Kevin Randall has had a little excursion off track and dropped down the order as well with John Johnston in 19th and 20th place. So, the heat is on. 10 minutes. Ryan Dudley has got a 10th over Silvestri. Dan Wareham's had an off as well. In the sweep. Yeah, that's all. So you wouldn't call that an off. He just ran out wide it. That will be a track limit as well. That would be a track limit. Scott Kostrick, as he done, is now back up 1 position. As is Martin Oulton. And Hadfield running in 15th place. Stuart Brealey, we know Stuart Brealey in the Revive sponsored machine. You can see all the enemies in front looking to track them down as well. Kevin Randall's crashed. He'd get. Oh dear! There's no damage, but that looked painful. That did look painful. I do believe that was a coming together with John Johnston as well. That was at Lodge Corner in Deep Leap. That corner so unforgiving. Big respect shown before the drivers. Caused an incident. John Johnston just got caught up in that. I'll tell you who's getting called up right now is Ryan Dudley. He is in a fight with Alex Silvestri right now. It was all over his gearbox. We'll be applying pressure. It says half a second. It looks a little bit closer to me. The gap, 5 thousandths of a second. Heading around Druids down the White Bridge. Look like Ryan Dudley got a bit of a better drive out of Druids. But we'll see how we get on as we're around the Old corner. Yep, down second gear, get that nose turned in early. Do not jump on the throttle, you're just going to feather the throttle in it. It's so easy to get the car unsettled through Lodge. But man, is that pretty tasty indeed. Not close enough for a move yet. Got a good drive out of turn 1. Like we said, down Denlands into Cascades. Tight line taken there by Alex Silvestri as well. Got a better drive out as Ryan Dudley runs it out wide. Now he's got the run all the way down Lakeside into Island Bend. Ryan Dudley's going defensive, forcing Alex Silvestri around the outside. Not quite going to make it stick there. Into Oil corner. Shell Oil corner. Shell, I would call it. Now he's right under the rear wing. And got a good slip as well. If we can hang on, Ryan Dudley's going to force him to the outside. This will give Ryan Dudley the inside line in the chicane down towards Knickerbrook. Later on the brake side by side. He's going to feint right. Try and get the early cutback left. Not quite close enough. A good cut. Run it out wide as well. Not quite there yet. Not quite there yet, but it's brewing. Why these are fighting. Aaron Hobson and John Silvestri. 3rd and 4th respectively. Ever in a fight. John Silvestri up 6 positions into the top 3. He's defending from Dan Wareham. From Aaron Hobson even. Oh. Where is the next? Martin Lee up 3. Daniel Morrison is the next victim for Martin Lee in the M&M sponsored machine. On a new wheel as well as Martin Lee. Told me off last night in the stream for getting his name wrong. I spelt it with an I and not a Y. Honestly, I was a couple of sheets to the wind, but you know, Martin's Martin in it. There's Martin Lee having a look around the outside. Heading down towards Lakeside through Cascades. Having a look every which way you can. Got an excellent run out of Cascades. Heading down Lakeside. Down to Island Bend is the next move. Inside with Darrell. Not going to give this position up easy. You'll see the fight up front as well. 2 cars going side by side. Who was it side by side? Maybe that's Aaron Hobson. Alex Silvestri have just got the move done over Ryan Dudley around the outside, heading into Knickerbrook. Ryan Dudley will not give it up. Kevin Randall's off track. Martin Hobson's off track. Do little excursions around Oulton Park. It's a twisty circuit, a little tight circuit. Got to pick your chances and take them at will. It's a quick, fast circuit though, to be fair. Pretty enjoyable. Pretty undulated as well, you can see by the cars. But Ryan Dudley was leading the way for most of this. 14 minutes into race 1. And is right under the gearbox. And we did say that John Silvestri was catching, as was Aaron Hobson as well. John Silvestri. What is it? Eric Ronenberg has just passed Lee Reynolds for P8. Lee Reynolds again. Richard Flutie has done Lee Reynolds. See if we can see how that one was done. There we go. Down the inside we go. Into one of the most awkward corners on this circuit. Got the inside line. Got it done sweet as a nut. Position's changing all the time. Harry Fox in the Wish sponsored machine. Currently sitting in 7th place. He's having a good race. Lee Reynolds, Fluity still at it, swapping positions really nearly. Point Fitch, Dan Wareham. That was a move. But the moves are brewing just up front between Ryan Dudley and the Silvestri brothers. He's in the Silvestri sandwich. Is Ryan Dudley. The only man that can get involved in this little sandwich is Aaron Hobson. Currently sitting there in 4th place in this little trio. There we are on board with John Silvestri and Fuchs Kane and Knickerbrook. City Hall. Next one will be Druids. Not close enough. Ryan doing enough, staying in the slipstream of Alex Silvestri. The car in front right now. Leave that curb alone. You can ride a bit of it. Will unsettle the car though. Will scrub a little speed off, as you can tell. Ryan Dudley looking for the move, keeps it out wide. Going to try and get that switch back on the inside. Get a good drive out of Oulton corner. Out of Lodge. I've got a track map on as well. I can't believe it. Still out wide on the outside. Big clump of the curb there. That not help Alex Silvestri at all. It will scrub speed off. He has got the inside line though. He has got the inside line heading down towards the Cascades. Forces Ryan Dudley just a little bit wide there. Well, I don't know what to say about that. Just go back and have a look at that. Well, just keep your car straight. And that was a clip on the rear quarter, I must imagine. And yeah, not sure how you'd look at that. Not sure how you'd look at that, to be honest. But John Silvestri is leading the way. Ryan Dudley, Aaron Hobson up to 3rd. Dan Wareham in 4th place. Martin is in 5th. Harry Fox in the West Machine is in 6th place. Eric Ronenberg, after his little excursion earlier on, was up in the top 10, but down 2 positions from where he started on the grid. He's currently running in 7th place. We've got a trio of cars behind him. Alex Silvestri recovering, Lee Reynolds, Richard Fluity as well, not too far behind. Alex Silvestri will be looking to gain a few spots if he can. We've got Martin Hobson, set a purple sector here last time around, is Martin Hobson. Do like that NGR machine, that looks pretty cool. That is Oulton Atfield. Very nice. Did see him in practice, had a few little excursions. But practice is one thing, qualifying is quite the other, and then racing is even worse after that. Harry Fox is in a little bit of a fight with Alex Silvestri and Eric Ronenberg. The sponsored machine, and that is Lee Reynolds going very, very wide, but bouncing around the track limits. Just getting indications that he's popping up. It's not really a track limit. You can run wide. It's not that you can't. You can. It's just that iRacing will go. That was just a little bit too wide, so I'll give you not so much a nice point for that. Yeah. Martin Lee past Darren Morrison. That moves him up to 12th, up 4 spots. Just lost it again as Morrison passes him back for a P12. Great little fight between these two. Ryan Dudley did miss that. Ryan Dudley passed John Silvestri for P1. Let's go see how he got that move done. Around there, down the inside as well, around Oulton corner, around Lodge corner, and deep leap. And who else is this? Is coming to have a look as well. That is Aaron Hobson under the back now of. Well, he was under the back. I'll tell you who was best out of that. That was Dan Wareham watching all that unfold, and he decided to take a freebie himself. Helped himself for that. And then Martin, watching brief while these four are fighting in front, is slowly catching them up. John Silvestre is having another look at Ryan Dudley. He's on the outside. Pretty brave to pull it off as well. Now he's on the outside as well as red round Shell Oil corner. Not quite going to get it done. Two teammates sitting in second and third right now. Would be a good team all of points for Ryan Dudley and Dan Wareham. Dan Wareham just a little bit slower out of the corner there. Ryan Dudley's going to force him on the outside. No, pretty brave making a move as you go through Knickerbrook. There, I wouldn't recommend it for those. But I've seen it done. It did happen to me earlier on in the night. Pretty earlier on, some guys came around the outside of me and completely took the inside line. It's pretty amazing move, to be fair. He did have big cojones to pull that move off. In these cars as well, which are very easily unsettled, but these three separated by less than 5/10 of a second. And back around the old corner we go. No, we don't. Yeah, we don't. A great drive out of that corner by Dan Wareham. Got the inside line. Now down to old corner. That's where we're going next. There we go. That's it, that's it, that's it. Not quite quick enough. Had the inside line but couldn't travel as quick as he'd like to on the exit. It just forced the car wide left. And it just scrubbed some of the speed off as well. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Dan Wareham then. We're all staying third. We've got to watch out for Aaron Hobson and Martin behind as well. But as we say that. Oh jeez. That would have been massive. That would have been massive. Aaron Hobson has jumped to the pits after that. What can only be described as a massive nosedive. Jesus God, even my heart went in my mouth when I seen that. That was a Miley Ray Cyrus moment. Wrecking ball in. Got it unsettled, well out of control. There's nothing he could do really, to be honest. But Martin will say thanks, and John Johnston's crashed. What's happened here? Yep, it's around deeply in Lodge corner. Got the car unsettled. And that's how bad that corner can get you. That's what happens. But Darrell and Martin Lee still having a scrap of their lives. The M&M machine coming through Knickerbrook into City Hall. That's what Deep Leap and Lodge Corner will consist of. You get it wrong, you get it too early on the throttle, snap the rear end around, you try and counter steer it, and then that's it. You've just lost everything that you've tried to achieve. Yeah, it just goes pear-shaped after that. It really does. Adrian Hatfield and Martin Hobson. Evan has a little battle of their own as well. The NGR sponsored machine versus the graffiti machine. That was pretty cool. Looks pretty cool indeed. Does he get that move done? That Martin Hobson and Adrian Hadfield will keep them moves and keep them positions as well. As well, Scott Strick, Dave Clark in the TGR machine currently running in 16th place, up one position from qualifying. He's got a bit of fresh air around him at the moment. Pretty lonely race. As we see, Stuart Breeley down 4 positions in the 99 machine. Recovering on the circuit. And while we did all that, it's the finish. Bring up your post-race results when we can. That was great. I got excited. I got that excited. Oh, Kevin Randall will come home in 18th place. Johnston in 19th, and Hobson retired to the pits earlier on. Wow. Certainly entertaining around Oulton Park. Certainly entertaining. Wait for the results to come in. There we go. We will get the results up for you now. There you go. Ryan Dudley. Where's it going? Where's it going? Leave it there. Ryan Dudley will take the winner in race 1. John Silvestre in 2nd place. Yep, that's what I've got here. Yeah, John Silvestre and Dan Wareham round out your podium positions. Martin will finish in 4th. Ronenberg will finish 5th. Harry Fox 6th. Alex Silvestre on a recovery drive, great recovery drive, in 7th place. Lee Reynolds 8th. Richard Flutie in 9th place. Mark Brown rounds out your top 10. Martin Lee couldn't get around him, finishing 11th. Darrell Morrison's in 12th. Martin Hobson 13th. Adrian Hadfield, Ayrton Hadfield, do apologize, in 14th place. Scott Kostrick in 15th. Dave Clark 16th. Aaron Hobson in 17th place. Stuart Brealey 18th. Kevin Randall 19th. Yep. And John Johnston in 20th place. Well, that was pretty tasty nonetheless. For race 1 anyway. And I do believe it's a top 15 reverse, the next one. So, while we wait to do that, let's heat it up. Spice it up just a little bit as we get into the feature. I will be right back. Just give me 1 second. I'm back. Let's get rid of that. Bring that up and see the grid for race 2. Mark Brown will start in pole position. Alex Silvestre 2nd. Martin in 3rd. Ryan Dudley 4th. Harry Fox. Eric Ronenberg in 5th. Harry Fox in 6th. Dan Wareham in 7th. Aaron Hobson 8th. John Silvestre 9th. Martin Hobson in 10th. Scott Kostrick in 11th. And Lee Reynolds in 12th. Move. There we go. I was pressing the wrong amateur. I tell you, amateur hour. I've got to learn a lot with this overlay. Absolutely have. Where did we get to? Lee Reynolds in 12th. Stuart Brealey 13th. Richard Flutie in 14th. Ayrton Hadfield in 15th. Martin Lee 16th. Dave Clark in 17th. Darryl Morrison in 18th, John Johnston in 19th, and Kevin Randall, me, myself, and I will start at the back of the grid for race 2. Should be pretty tasty indeed. Sure, there's a better way of doing that. Hopefully there is. Everyone's forming up on the grid. Getting the fuel right again for race 2. Extra 5 minutes added on this time around. So we'll try not to miss it. We'll try not to miss the finish this time. I think it's 25 minutes then another lap. I think I could be wrong. You know, there's so much to take in. You know, this new overlay and all that jazz. There's so much to take. I literally got to use all my eyes. Could do with an extra pair. Is what I could do with. I could do with a cameraman. Green light and we are away. Got Kostrick. I don't know why it's done that, because that looks back to front to me. Because Ryan Dudley's down the order, so I don't know what that was about. Didn't want the result, I wanted the grid. Just another little mistake were made. But everyone gets away cleanly as well. No incidents so far. Eric Ronenberg has just made a move on Lee Reynolds, as has Ryan Dudley. Now up into 10th and 11th respectively. And going side by side is Alex Sylvestre. Heading towards Shell Oil Corner. And quite a way away as well. Ryan Dudley doing Ronenberg as well. Adrian Hadfield up, and somebody has called a clanger and they're changing board all the time. Who is that? That is Mark Brown. Darryl Morrison. Let's go see what happened there. That was a big mistake, but that's the recovery mistake. Try and pick that back up. There we go. Slight coming together, nowhere to go. There was a big incident before all of that, and we missed it. Scott Strick, Oulton, switching positions first and second. I need to try and bring this back up as well. Yeah, got it done in towards Knickerbrook. Yeah, that incident on the old Shell Oil Corner. Two cars had coming together. One spun round on the other one. Everyone tried to overtake on the outside of Old Shell Corner, and it just wasn't to be. Just wasn't to be at all. Adrian Hadfield has took an excursion. Let's see what happened here. Just drove off the circuit. Literally drove off the drove off the circuit. Wow, that is yeah, not very friendly. As you can see, it was literally ran him out of road, sent him scoobering into the tyres, and had to do a safe rejoin. As clean, well, as clean as you like. 2 wheels, pretty great save. That was a great save. Fox went down into down in 10th. Martin Lee up 14 spots into second place. Adrian Hadfield. Why do I keep calling you Adrian? I don't know why I'm calling you Adrian, bro. Adrian on the mind is what I've got. Adrian Hadfield. I don't know an Adrian Hadfield. Why do I don't know. 1:51.12 set by Martin Oulton, who has got 3 seconds up the road. So from Lee, Sylvestre, Eric Ronenberg as well. Field just fanning out just a little bit here in that field here. He's got Ryan Dudley all over his back door. And Ryan Dudley's going to have a dive down the inside. That was a fantastic move by Ryan Dudley. Now got the inside through Shell Oil Corner as well. Is that Simtech? That's it, say Simtech Livid Machine. I've been trying to catch that all day. And last night I tried to write. I should write them all down, to be fair, shouldn't I? I really should. Harry Fox and Richard Fluitet is 7th, 8th and 9th. John Sylvestre was leading the way. Got done on the last couple of laps with Ryan Dudley. Got a little victory from him, we will say. is down rounding out your top 10. Lee Reynolds is in 11th place, not too far behind. Aaron Hobson is in 12th place. Dave Clark is in 13th. Mark Brown will be in 13th place if he gets this move done, and it looks like he's going to get that move done in the Simtech machine. Very nice move, clean as you like. That's Dave Clark down to 14th. Dan Wareham now up into 15th place. Stuart Breelett is 16th. Scott Kostrick is in 17th. Darryl Morrison is in 18th. John Johnston is in 19th. Kevin Randall is still last. Still down the back in the Castrol sponsored machine, chasing down the governor. The man you need to speak to if you want to get involved in any of these racing events. And the Tanso liveried machine. There's nothing else come through as of yet. As John Johnston have a little off track. Mark Brown is in a little off track, but that's just a wide, shall we say. We'll call that a wide. And Larry Fox did move on Richard Fluity for P7. Let's go down the inside of Cascades. Is it? It looks like the move. Signed, sealed and delivered. Alex Silvestri passed Martin Lee for P2. See how he got that move done. Down the inside of Shell Oil Corner. There's that Martin right a little wide as well, and also taking a freed up there was 8 Ronenberg. Whatever you can do, I can do too, says Eric. And moves up into P3. Martin Lee then back down into 4th place. Ryan Dudley not too far behind Martin Lee. Not too far behind Martin Lee. To one of the lap times, 148s for Martin Lee, 147.6s for Ryan Dudley. Adrian had, sorry bro, Aiton Atfield. Martin Lee has just lost that position to Ryan Dudley. Martin Lee has had a little excursion here. He's dropping down the order pretty quick, and that's because he's off the circuit. Not quite sure what happened there. Martin Lee has had a little bit of a wide moment. There's also another car off the circuit as well. Who is that? That's Martin. He's down the order as well and down in last place right now. Ryan Dudley then up to 4th. Back where he started. Well, I'll say back where he started. Obviously he hasn't gained or lost any position, so I don't know why that is. Because he started down the order in around 12th place and setting the fastest lap so far, 146.28. Alex Silvestri and Martin Lee did go off track. Let's see what happened to Martin Lee. Yep. It is the infamous corner. Oh, someone call 911. He's going to need it. He's going to need it. Auto repair is on. And that is not great. That's not good. Martin Lee then down now in 19th place. Yeah. Ronenberg is up into P3 and having a look all over the back of Alex Silvestri. Scott Kostrick has had a little incident earlier on. We'll go check that out very shortly. I do like this incident camera. It is pretty good. It's pretty cool indeed. Martin Hobson though. What's his gap at the moment? Don't seem to be any sort of trouble, but the gap is 4.3 seconds from Alex Silvestri. Now 4.2 is losing time over this fighting trio. And not too far behind these pair is Ryan Dudley as well. We are only 6 minutes in. And there's action all over the place as Darryl Morrison passed Scott Kostrick for P15. Down the inside you go. Got that move done as sweet as you like. Already getting it done over Oulton down to Nickelbrook. Has got the inside line though for the cane. Oh, a little bit of a touch there. Not sure it was warranted, but you know, it is what it is. Robbins racing, as they say. Well, I like to say. I don't mind a bit of a door rub, but not literally being drove off track as we seen earlier on. Yeah, not for the faint hearted, that is it. Ew. That gap is still 4.5 to Martin Hobson. Let's go see how Scott Kostrick is doing. He's still there, having a little fight by himself with Darryl Morrison. Kevin Randall has done. John Johnston for 17th place and pulling away by the looks of it. And Martin Lee still here. in 19th place. What happened to Mr. Obson? They said he went off track. Must have been a wide moment. Must have been a wide. So I think of it, just a wide. Said he went off. Said he had an incident. Track informant proving me wrong. So let's go on board with Ryan Dudley as he's in a three-way fight now for the top three. Instead of the bit between his teeth. And a look down the inside of Shell Oil corner. That would have been brave but undecisive, I would have said, as that corner just does not open up anyway. It's meant to close on you more than anything else. The best to probably come out a little bit, enter a little bit slower, then try and drive it out of Shell Oil corner as we come over Hilltop down towards Nickelbrook for the 5th time. Down hard on the brakes. Remember, you're travelling with a bit of slipstream as well. It's not noticeable when you're driving, but when you start slowing down, it becomes very noticeable in these cars, especially as we're using all the track and some for Ryan Dudley. He wants to get a good exit. He needs a good exit heading up City Hall and towards Druids. And another corner that can easily be get wrong. You take too much, you unsettle the car. You clip this curve too much, you'll unsettle the car. You will go left or right. It just depends which way it wants to throw you. As we head over now towards Lodge corner into Deep Leap after this. We've seen many mistakes come from this corner so far. And none from these three. These are the top 4 drivers. Who was just made a move? That was Dave Clark. Right, one was Mark Brown. Lee Reynolds. Not too bad. Everybody having a little move as you do. Lee Reynolds down the inside of Old Hall corner, but runs it very, very wide. Who is next? 2 Simtech machines. Oh, a little bit of a bump. Managed that pretty well. Did Mark Brown. Dan Wareham as well. 2 Simtech machines. None shall pass, shall we say, as we go 2 by 2. Wonder if there'll be any team orders for this pit. I mean, you can't bump drafts because you pick up 4 points for bump drafting and things like that, but you know, slipstream is a wonderful thing. It looks like Dan Wareham got the better drive out of that corner as well. So I had a cheeky slurp on my brew here. The more I gab, the more my mouth gets dry. Just going to run through your field for you real quickly. My head to a scrapping away, and that gap now is 4.4. Alex Silvestri is catching. Ryan Dudley has just had a moment at an off track. Not quite sure why. That is not what I would call an off track. There's still 2 wheels on the red and white. So we will see. Eric Ronenberg and Alex Silvestri putting it down to the wire. That gap 4.5 as John Johnston has just passed Kevin Randall for 17th and 18th respectively. And who is travelling very, very slowly? Scott Kostrick is travelling pretty slow. Not quite sure if he's got an issue with the car. One may never know. Kevin Randall and John Johnston at it again. 17th and 18th. It was pretty much like this most of the race. It was pretty cool, to be fair. The racing was very respectful. Recovering Martin Lee is in 19th and Martin is in 20th, and in somewhere down the order, some 22 seconds off the back of Martin Lee, who is only 3.2 off the back of these 2 fighting in front of him. And that is John Johnston having a moment. It's that same corner again. Lodge corner and Deep Leap is pretty savage, got to be said. Darren Morrison, Scott Kostrick, they're at it as well. That gap I've just seen down to 4 seconds over this fighting trio for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. John Silvestri has got Harry Fox. Literally 4 attempts. 4 attempts to gap. And in good slip as well. You can just see he's gaining slightly, heading down towards Nickelbrook. We'll see 2nd, 3rd and 4th just in front. So they're not too far away. We've still got a good 12 minutes of this, 13 minutes of this race left yet. So places still to be gained. Places still to be gained. Everyone's doing pretty well so far. The top Well, certainly the top 8 are doing 146s. The fastest 146 we have at the moment, said by Ryan Dudley, is 136.24. Not too bad at all. Infamous Lodge corner into deeply. Pretty savage this corner. It is pretty savage. We've seen no end of cars going off there and having a little spin sideways as you do. But yeah, it's just that close right now. Slipstream is pretty tasty around here. Just got to be a little bit wary. Through Cascades we go down to Lakeside, heading towards Island Bend. It looks like Harry Fox got an excellent run out of Cascades as well into Island Bend. Not quite close enough, but Harry Fox having a look a little bit wider. I'm going to push on a bit early now, get a good drive out of Shell Oil corner as we go through Britain's over Hilltop. Don't think he's quite there yet, but he's there. He's in the cradle now. He can, if he wanted to, would probably switch. Now, thought about it, went through Knickerbrook, just got to go again. Not quite close enough. Gap 3.8. He's led for most of this race, but that gap is coming down to Alex Silvestri, 8 Ronenberg and Ryan Dudley as well. All pushing on as you do. And John Silvestri and Harry Fox are only 3 seconds behind this fighting trio. Racing in this league has been second to none, to be fair. Apart from the odd bit of contact, which is somewhat unfortunate. You know, this is what the race is like. Standards very high. You can come in. We've got 4K drivers. You can come in at any level of driving. You know, you can be on iRacing for one day. You can come in with a get you set up. Get you set up. No, don't matter what sort of class you're on. Doesn't matter none bit. Come and get involved. So, Harry Fox and John Silvestri, they are separated by 3 tenths. Richard Fluite is 4 seconds off the back of those. And Dan Wareham and Mark Brown, Simtech guys, running in 8th and 9th. Lee Reynolds is rounding out your top 10, not too far behind this pit. In Adfield has got Dave Clark and Darren Morrison for company. Kevin Randall is all on his own at the moment. He has got 15 seconds over John Johnston and 13 seconds over Martin Lee right now. But he is some way back off the back of Darren Morrison, 14 seconds. Martin still in the pits, having that damage repaired. Brealey, have a look at it and that field. There's a look down the inside in towards Knickerbrook as well. Pretty late and deep on the brakes. Got that move done like a trooper. That was a fantastic move. The NGR sponsored machine. Putting on and moving to Knickerbrook. First one was C of the night. It was fantastically done. It was very brave, because them chicanes can be pretty unforgiving. You only got to clip them and they'll have you. That was a pretty good move, to be fair. I dare say Stuart Brealey will want that position back. As well, Dave Clark watching on. And Stuart Brealey has read down towards the infamous Lodge corner. He'll navigate it pretty well. I would say really well. So who is next online? Let's have a look. That gap down to 3.3 seconds to Alex Silvestri. And this trio is not letting up. It's pretty relentless, gotta be said. Although they're fighting pretty tooth and nail, to be fair, they're getting that move done. Ryan Dudley is pressurising Eric Ronenberg for 3rd position here. Kevin Randall's had a little off track as well, but we're going to stay with these 3. We'll get over to him shortly. Mr. Off Track himself, heading in towards Knickerbrook chicane. Oh, that was close. That was close. Literally wants every ounce of the track as well, does Ryan Dudley. Has read up City Hall into Druids. I do love Druids once you get it going. You get it good. You get it right. It can be very rewarding. You can carry as much speed through it as you dare, to be honest. But get it wrong, it's very unforgiving. And I don't want to wear that. No move being done there through Lodge and Deeply. Not today, at least. These three are going to have to be second, third and fourth. Where's John Sylvester? In fifth place, he has got Harry Fox picking 10 with. As all the boys run wide out of old corner. It says they're all going off track, they're just running wide. Even Fluidity is setting green laps as well. Harry Fox. With the pressurising John Sylvester. Mark Brown has just passed Lee Reynolds. It was Richard Fluidity. Another off track. He's having a nightmare, this guy is. Let's see what he's up to. Yep, broke. Ran it out right. And yeah, the simplest of mistakes. Why do we watch him? Why do we watch him? Dan Morrison past Dave Clark, P14. Got the inside run as well. That's a fantastic move. Through Cascades. Really good move. And then in Atfield already side by side as well. Heading down Lakeside into Island Bend. Got the move done before Island Bend. Ooh. Saved it. NGR sponsor machine. Got that move done. Signed, sealed, delivered. Stuart Brealey. Dave Clark, Darren Morrison swap positions again. Fight is on all over the field. Martin Lee is in fight of his own with Scott Kostrick. As the guys behind are just filing into single line. Martin, John Johnston, Kevin Randall, got it all to do. Martin Olsen at gap 3.3. Coming down slowly but surely. Slowly but surely, the fighting trio still at it. Just shows you how quick the drivers are. It was 4.5, it went up to 5 seconds, and these three have been tailing each other around here for the best part of, oh, I don't know, 15 minutes, if that. I just see Martin Lee in the distance going side by side with Scott Kostrick there. Didn't quite get it done. And that is Mark Brown dropping down a few positions there, as we'll just see. And then it goes back up again. These are a ding dong in around, these are. That gap 3.7. Ryan Dudley, the winner from race 1, remember? Currently sitting in 4th place. Battle for first is on. They can do anything about this guy. It is now 2.9 seconds to Alex Silvestri. And he is bringing Eric Ronenberg, Ryan Dudley with him as well. 5 minutes left of this race. Oh, Jesus! Oh, damn! That was unfortunate. Eric Ronenberg took one in. Took it into the chicane. Think he went in a little too hot and a little too deep. But caused a chain reaction, and Ryan Dudley trailing him that close, straight into his rear end. Nothing he could do about that. Down 2 positions, he goes to 6 with 5 minutes to go. That's a big ask. That's just put him off the back of these boys now. So Alex Silvestri's got 2 seconds and no pressure behind him now at all to chase down Mark Hobson, who's led this race unrelentlessly from more or less the start. Kept his nerves. Just got to keep doing what you're doing, lad. As Richard Fluidity went off track. Had a little excursion. Yep. Unforgiving. Dodge corner again. Kept it though. Kept it. Big saves. What must be going through this driver's mind in the SimTech machine? He knows he's got it all to do now. He's got his other teammates behind him, Dan Ware and Mark Brown. But Ryan Dudley won't be fussed about that. He'll just be fussed about what's just happened to him at Knickerbrook. Surely. Harry Fox, John Sylvester. The Wicks machine is all over the back of John Sylvester. Heading through Island Bend into Shell Oil Corner. Not quite close enough. We'll have a good exit out of Shell Oil Corner though. I would love it nonetheless. Oh, that was pretty unfortunate for Mr. Dudley, I've got to say. Pretty unfortunate indeed. Now, where's 8 Ronenberg? He is now 2.1 off the back of Alex Sylvester, and he is 3.6 in front of John Sylvester. So, I think it's pretty stalemate right now. That gap, 3.8 from Alex Sylvester. Has he got enough time? 2 minutes? One may never know. 8 Ronenberg seems to have a bit between the teams. That gap now is 2 seconds. First, second and third, all on the same bit of track. 4th, 5th, there as well. It's all to play for now. Times are coming down, it's getting closer. As we can see, who's going? 8 Ronenberg is in the pit, and I'm not sure if that's that drive-through. That is very unfortunate if it is. And that is also Ryan Dudley in the pits as well. It is a drive-through penalty for both drivers, taking them down and out of top 5. Ryan Dudley, P11. That was Alex Sylvester into 2nd place. Harry Fox up to 3rd. Now John Sylvester, top 3 last time around, can get into the top 3 if he gets a move on Harry Fox. Due to Ryan Dudley and Eric Ronenberg having drive-through penalties. That's an accumulation of off-tracks and whatever else was set. But Harry Fox has got it all to do to defend from John Sylvester. Ooh. Oh dear me. Incidents all over the park. Mark Brown. He's in 5th, rounds out in top 5. Lee Ryan is not too far behind. Let's just see with Mark Oulton is still leading the way. He's got it. I think he's got to be comfortable. 3.8, 24 on the clock. I think we'll get another lap out of this as well. We'll watch the timing beam as we do. Harry Fox still got that position, heading up towards Druids. Gonna have to defend like his life depended on it. Down towards the infamous Lodge and Deep Leap. I wouldn't fancy a deep leap through Lodge if I was you, mate, to be fair. Would be very brave if you did. Oulton goes again. He doesn't. He's won. Mark Oulton wins the race. Alex Sylvester is 2nd. Harry Fox then will hang on to take 3rd. John Sylvester 4th. Wow. With a time that low, I thought everybody was going to get another lap, but obviously not. He led from start to finish. Martin Oulton wins race 2 in the feature race and the final race in the Gr86 season. Wow, we will bring the results up as soon as they come in. That was pretty tasty indeed, gotta be said. Actually enjoyed that. Wasn't too bad at all. These two still fine, still haven't finished yet. Neither is Martin. He's still here as well on his lonesome. Adrian at here and Atfield. I must be verbally and mentally dyslexic or something. Adrian. Yeah, don't know what's up with my mind. 16th for Martin. John Johnston. After the infamous Lodge and Deep Leap that's claimed him once or twice this evening, will come home in 17th place. And then Scott Kostrick and Kevin Randall will come over the line side by side. Side by side. God damn. Love the results. Get them in. There you go. Martin Oulton, the winner of the 2nd race this evening, the feature race of the Gr86s around Oulton Park. Alex Sylvestre will take second place. Harry Fox will take third. After that weird incident in Knickerbrook between Ronenberg and Dudley, it was a little bit weird, but Harry Fox won't be bothered about that. He takes the final podium step in third place. John Sylvestre in fourth. Mark Brown fifth. Lee Reynolds in sixth place. Eric Ronenberg then comes up to seventh place. Aaron Hobson in eighth. Dan Wareham in ninth. Richard Fluiter in rounds out your top 10. Ryan Dudley after the drive-through finishes in 11th place. Darren Morrison in 12th. Ayrton Hadfield in 13th place. Stuart Brealey 14th. Dave Clark 15th. Martin in 16th. John Johnston 17th. Kevin Randall 18th. Scott Kostrick in 19th. And Martin Lee, after also receiving a drive-through penalty, came home in 19th place. So, that was the final race of the season. I do believe it's the 3rd of September. We go again for season 2. I'm still going to try and iron out some of these little buttons and all that jazz that I've got to learn for the when we go live. You know, I don't know how I like when it goes live, whether it stays the same or what. I imagine it stays the same, but you know, it might work a little bit different. I don't know. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the stream. This stream is brought to you by DSC Broadcasting. The league is sponsored by TVG, the Vape Guru. Be sure to check them out as well. And all events brought to you by Tanso. So check out Tanso Racing Group on Facebook, www.Tanso Racing Group on their webpage, and they're also on Discord. Yes, get involved. I've been DK10 for those that know me. DSC Broadcasting for them that don't. I'm out of here. Peace.